Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is April 23rd, and this is your aftermarket update. All right, I want to spend just a couple of minutes with you here talking to you about how the trading went today. I want to talk to you about our market maker levels and just how they responded here today in the market. Before we do that, you can see from the price ladders here where the P&L was ending the day. You can see that it ended up being a good day in here. So let's just take a look here. So again, this is your hourly chart going back into, this is early March, had a little bit of price rotation here, end of March. And then again, we just sort of had this choppy to sideways condition really going back into about 10 days ago, right? So we were looking, we were looking for a, with the underlying theme here being long, we were looking for longs here today, but we did kind of realize that over the course of the last 10 days, there's been some choppy to sideways conditions. So heading into our trading session today, that was kind of the overriding theme. And of course, the market did have a breakout here today. In fact, if you look at the way these market maker levels performed, we really went from step to step to step to step. Now, these are your overnight levels, and these were available for the entirety of the overnight session. In fact, you can see how this line right here marks the open after 5 p.m. Eastern time after 5 p.m. Central time rather, marks the open here. Market bounced in between these two levels again, and you can see how they provided excellent structure and context throughout the entire trading day. Now, again, keep in mind that I told you and showed you just how the market had been choppy going into really the last 10 days. So there was really no way to kind of forecast that idea was about to that idea was about to develop. But what we did look at here today as we were getting into position here, we had our market maker level structure mid. We call this our DS mid. The market opens up, and this is the actual trade you're going to see us take here in the trade room on the video replay that I show you. The market comes right down. You had good support here on the volume weighted average price, right down into your daily structure mid, and we were looking to target up here to 1950, and that is exactly the way it worked. Now, you did have, again, I showed you how the market broke out and up today, but there's really no way to kind of know that was coming. And again, if you had taken the previous 10, 11 days coming into today's session, you would know that was exactly choppy to sideways is exactly what we had been dealing with. So with that being said, we were looking to take out this daily structure target. We came down to the structure mid and pretty quickly rallied all the way up. In fact, this is actually where I took it out, right in this area here. Again, that was a couple of ticks below this level, and you had that big sell-off before the market rallied on a couple of bars later up into the DS extension 1. And so again, that was the way that our ES trade played out today here, and I'm going to let you see that trade here in just a minute. I will play that trade for you. And on the CL today, I had a couple of different trades. In fact, my first trade this morning actually didn't quite go 2-to-1. And if you've been around us for a while, you know that I'm a 2.5-to-1 reward to risk ratio trader. I usually have about 10 ticks on the stop, and I'm looking for a minimum of 25 ticks on the reward. And so as we were coming together here this morning, there was a good double top formation here, and we talked about this in the trade room. And so if you draw this down to here, the measured move, the distance between the high and this break point, would have given you a target on a breakout all the way down to 52. And so what we were looking for here this morning is when this market came down here and began to pull back, we also took this structure mid short at the VWAP, pulled back up into here, and then the market came down all the way down to 65. So I actually got in short at 85, I think, and then I was looking to get to a target of 60. It comes down to 65, and as luck would have it, it pulls all the way back up and takes me out of break even. Now, I also took a stop, and so in that first trade on the ES that you're going to see as the video, the trade of the day videos begin to play out, what you're going to see is that I'm in a CL trade that actually takes a stop. So I make a note of that on the video. I tried one more time to get short here, and then the market, as you can see here, and as you'll know here in a minute, continues to rally. Now, the previous day's high, let's see if I can find this here. The previous day's high, and we'll let this go, and this will take just a second for these levels to pop up. But the previous day high was, session high was right here at 99. And so once I get stopped out on this pullback, and again, you'll be able to see that on the video here today, the stop out. Once that market pulls back over that area, we also had a trend line here. And so if you draw the trend line straight across these highs like this, all right, so that is the downward sloping trend line. The market breaks up, right, breaks up and over. And this is a 5-minute chart, but what we did is once we broke that previous session high, you're going to see me get in long at 01. So market breaks the trend line, and we break that previous session high, and you're going to see me get in, flip this around to go long. So a couple different reasons why this was an idea, and I think that trend line actually, Drew, was like this in the trade room today, was like this, if I'm not mistaken. It was about like that. Now, I think it was, anyway, it was in this area, and I'm kind of going back from memory, and you'll probably be able to see it on the video. The point is, we broke the previous session high, we got through and closed this bar above the structure mid, and we closed above the volume weighted average price. And once we broke session high, yesterday's high, I end up getting it long at 01. We were looking to target up here to 38. You're going to hear that in the video, that we were looking to target up into that 38 area. What you're not going to hear, and if you were in the room today, you'll remember this, there were 650 orders short right around this 30 area. So as the market rallies up and hits into that 30 area, we almost immediately, once we couldn't get through it, and you'll see here that we poked up to 29. And on this pullback is where I get out. I think I get out, I was in at 01 and I get out at 22. So 21 ticks times 3 lots. Market rallies up into that area. And then you had this interesting where it just popped up. There were 600 plus orders short at 30. It pops up, 1 tick through the high, and then gets that, begins that process of selling away. Before, which really at that point, we talked about this in the trade room as well, about our 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. swing zone. And we said that if you looked here at this, whoops, let's see here, draw this out the way we did in the trade room today. So you had that like that, and then you had basically a bull flag, and the market sells off. And then you, on the break of that bull flag, you would have been looking to reach out. And I know it did not get this high today. In fact, it comes right up to your extension 1, I believe, is where it ends up getting, it ends up pausing, is right in that area before it sells off again, and then kind of rotates back to the structure signal and the VWAP. And that's kind of the way that worked out today. So again, you're going to see both CL trades. The one, actually, there were 3 CL trades. One was a break-even trade. The second one was a stop out, and you'll see that in the video. And the third one that we took was the long on the break of the structure mid, VWAP, and the previous session high. So all those together gave us our opportunities in the trade room today, and those are the videos that you're going to be able to see here. So again, as always, I'll take the trades of the day, I'll put them into video format, I'll let you see where we get in, I'll take the rest of that trade, I'll chop it up, speed it up, put some music behind it, and then you'll be able to see exactly the location where we got out of both of those trades. So without further ado, here are those OTG trades of the day. Hit but no fill at settlement, in at settlement on the ES, stop 10.5, targeting location here would be back into the DS target up at 19.5. That would be the targeting area I'd be looking at here initially this morning. In at 01. Stop is 94. You've got 202 short at 10 up there. The high is 19. There's 4, 5. Let's go 6, 7. We're above previous session high. There's 05, 06. Got to get up through it. Got to get up through 10. There's 7, 8. Stop here at even on the CL. You've got liquidity short at 10. The structure target is up here at 13. Sorry, is up there at 39. That's where I'm targeting, is 38. 38 is the target on this CL. 38 is the target. We got to get up through 9, 10. I'm at even. 19 is the high. Target is up there at 38. The DS target at 38.